Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my channel Saudi English News. I am your host Arif Khan. Dozens of women qualify to drive Harman Express train in Saudi Arabia. The Saudi Railway Company has qualified 32 women to be drivers on the Harman Express train leaders program, the Saudi press agency reported on Sunday. Women expressed their pride in working in this field, with Tahira Ali Al Jahrani saying, "Since the Polytechnic announced job opportunity last January, I made sure to apply for work, and personal interview and test took place, and I was accepted as one of the first batch in Saudi female train conductors." She added that the increased focus under Vision 2030 helped her ambition to serve her country. It is useful that the accepted students have been trained theoretically and practically on safety and security systems and take part in driving the train as a conductor under training. Rotela Yasir Najjar said that the leadership provided the opportunity for the Saudi women and enabled them to work in a various locations to serve the country, including the Harman Train project, which serves Hajj and Umrah pilgrim as well as visitors to the Grand Mosque. Reenam Talal Azuz said she felt she had a sense of responsibility as a train conductor and praised the continuous follow-up the trainers at the institute and their role in qualifying females to work in these fields and overcoming many difficulties in the work environment. She added that the serving pilgrims and visitors of the holy city has her great motivation to work on the Harman train. Saudi Arabia is a hot spot for investment, said Invest Corp's Hazim bin Qasim. Pent-up consumer, logistics and industrial demand in Saudi Arabia have caught the eye of some of the world's biggest businesses, including the Bahrain-based equity firm InvestCorp, as it's considered a $1 billion investment. Speaking on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum in Davos, CEO Hazim bin Qasim told Arab News that the firm's experience in the West had given it the know-how to venture into the Gulf, and an area it has called home for 40 years. Ben Qasim said that his company's expansion in GCC would be the first step in reaching $1 billion in investment in the real estate markets over the next 5 years. He said the focus was Saudi Arabia as the company looked to capitalize on the country's booming logistics sector. InvestCorp has bought the temperature-controlled warehouse in dammam. It is the first of $100 million worth of real estate investment that it is already assessing in the kingdom. Bin Qasim said the company was aiming to become one of the largest owner of refrigerator warehouse in the Gulf, just like a sector the macro momentum in the Gulf, and that is a very much driving a lot of need for the logistic trade. We see a couple of pent-up demands, particularly in the trading routes from Oman to Bahrain, Qatar and Kingdom. He said InvestCorp's largest would not be your classical commercial properties and residences. It will very much be in a more infrastructure SQ type of property. So anything from warehouse, logistic transport hubs, individual locations for customs and what you have. So momentum will continue for a while. We are already identified another $1 million of opportunity between Bahrain and Oman in logistics space while we are announcing the next few months. When Saudi Arabia Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman announced the kingdom's Vision 2030 plan in 2016, skeptics were doubtful about how a nation dependent on oil for several decades could diversify its economy successfully. Ben Qasim said that he saw that an opportunity, adding that the Gulf has been an exporter of capital, but today a lot of that is being reinvested locally and making an impact on the economy. The firm has also been expanding in Southeast Asia with the initiatives in the country including Indonesia, India, China and Singapore. Glimpses of positive momentum were clear, he said, in Asia, South Asia, India and more in China. We feel we steer the ship in a way which will offer investor attractive areas in the attractive economies in the next decade or so far. Davos is an annual meeting where world leader economists and billionaires gather to discuss topics such as global politics, economics and social issues. Saudi Arabia signs $1 billion deal with Indian firm to produce specialized agricultural chemicals. Saudi Arabia's Minister of Investment has signed an agreement worth $1 billion to manufacture specialized agricultural chemicals within the kingdom. The agreement was signed on the sidelines of the recently concluded World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. The ministry signed the agreement with an Indian company UPL Limited, which markets and manufactures agrochemicals and offer crop protection solutions. The new agreement comes in line with the goal outlined in Vision 2030, which is diversifying the kingdom's economic drift. Headquartered in Bombay, UPL, which is acquired the Arista Life Science Inc. in 2019, is currently the fifth largest generic agrochemical company in the world after Bayer, DuPont, Syngenta, and BASF. In December, Sustain Analytics, a company that rates the sustainability of the listed company based on their environmental, social, and corporate governance performance, ranked the highest performance top tier global crop protection company in its 2022 ESG rating. This is the third year UPL has the ranked in the industry leadership position for sustainability performance by Sustain Analytics. I am convinced UPL has the most agile and performance oriented culture to execute the transformation strategy across the globe and to further our mission to support farmers and food system alike, said Jay Sharaf, Global CEO at UPL Limited. In December 2022, Saudi Arabia Minister of Environment and Water and Agriculture Abdurrahman bin Abdul Mohsin Al Fadl, who has also the chairman of Board of Directors of Agriculture Development Fund, approved the expansion plan of the plant resources sectors and greenhouses with new investment values at Saudi Riyal 4 billion or $1.09 billion until 2025. According to Al Fadli, the investment will help Saudi Arabia to increase its production capacity in the agricultural sector by adopting new technologies. Thank you so much for watching my video.